We are all in a race against boredom. The only problem is that boredom is a state that fluctuates from person to person. When you're bored, you suffer. Our life feels like it has little or no meaning, so we look for ways to get rid of the dullness of life through three types of actions. Survival, simple actions that we believe support our fundamental existence. Diversity, undirected actions that change our state of boredom. Purpose, directed actions that change our state of boredom and affect our success. The type of action we take is directly related to the amount of risk we perceive or our fear tolerance, the ability to endure fear. Survival actions do not eliminate boredom, they only prolong it. And thus, people who focus on survival complain about life and generally blame others for their state of their dull existence. They have a low fear tolerance and would rather stay in a state of boredom than endanger their basic survival. This creates the most suffering, but those who live here never see it as their own doing and maintain the suffering as a victim, feeling that their boredom is a product of someone or something else. Diversity actions eliminate boredom, but don't directly support our success. They generally do not create any direct suffering, but may have consequences that can create even more suffering in the future. Diversity actions are short-term boredom relief, and while they may include risk, like climbing mountains, jumping out of airplanes, these could all be part of diversity. They do not require the type of risk related to your life's success, like failure in front of fears or perceived inadequacies. While diversity actions are important for a balanced life, diversity alone will eventually become an extension of boredom. Too much shopping, too many parties, ultimately become meaningless and perpetuate more suffering. Purpose actions are directly related to a state of non-boredom and life fulfillment. They are directly related to success, but they require the most risk and the most courage, a higher fear tolerance, because it is through purpose we know we will encounter suffering, potential failure, and even disgrace. But suffering for a purpose is better than suffering without one. It gives us fortitude, the ability to look beyond what is, and having the strength to keep going, regardless of the current reality. It is purpose that allows us to manifest dreams, and it is the journey that eliminates boredom, not the result. That's why once we have realized one dream, it is easier to continue on the road to bigger things, as long as we have the next dream, the next purpose to drive us. The question is, how much risk are you willing to take to overcome boredom? How much courage do you have? The quality of your life, your competency, and your legacy depend on it. And what if you could share your power of purpose with others? How would that affect families, businesses, lives? And if those lives affected, elevated, supported by a greater sense of purpose that you have inspire others to find their purpose, and those people then inspire others, and so on and so on, how much impact would you create? We live in a world where we can share our dreams, our wisdom at the touch of a button, where we can feel the power of others' pains and turn it into something positive within a 7-minute video. What is your legacy? Who do you really want to be? What actions do you need to take now.